All right, hey guys, welcome back. We are just starting the second game with Joe McCormick leading off for the Renegades. The Renegades are the away team this time, so they're batting first. It's a grounded down the left side. Comes right into Margis's hands to make the put out.
Shiny fire burning on the basement. Whoa!
I like the aggressiveness from Mac, though.
Yes,
Pitch,
always very aggressive.
right down the line.
Yep.
Just right to the defender.
Up next, number 53, Sean Devenish. Sean getting a base check.
Devenish was 1 for 4 in the last game with a strikeout.
Swing and a miss for strike one.
Come on, Sean.
Rolls just foul, so close.
Sean kind of popped it up there, a little under it. Went just foul off the third baseline as he was running to third base as well. Kraus and Margis were running over to corral the ball before it was called foul. I believe we have 1 strike on Devenish. Boston lost the last game to Philly 6-5.
It was a very, very close game. Line drive down the left side.
He touched it. He touched it.
He touched it.
He touched it. He touched it.
Whole messy play right there. Late base call. Ground ball on the left side.
All right.
It's called safe.
Call safe, Sean Devenish making the first run for the Renegades. Up next, number 18, Rob Dias.
That play was a whole mess.
It was a whole mess.
You know, ground ball to the left side.
I was watching. He definitely tapped that ball.
Sean also
base.
had a very bad line down
Yeah, it was
down the baseline.
managed to recover just in time, but. Oh. Hi, Linda. We just started. Sean just made the first run for the team. At the top of the first.
Can I get her?
Hell yeah!
Great start after the last game when they couldn't really get the offense going early. Dias also scored twice, I believe, in the last game as well. Yeah, he was 2 for 4, scoring in the first inning and the third inning of the previous game. Peter, your dad says hi, by the way. The dice was just,
foul.
just out in front of it. Kind of hit it off the end of the bat, pulled it to the left side, down the third baseline. Just foul.
Gotta fix the speaker in the base.
Is that my dad over at the base?
No, he left.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Peter's over there now.
Who?
Oh, Peter was over there fixing base.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Deb, thanks for tuning back in.
We got 1 strike on Dias.
Fly down the right side.
Yeah!
Whoa!
Dias makes it 2-0 Renegades.
Hogwood was so close, but just so far. Rob Dias was just a little bit faster.
Thank you. Boom, boom.
Up next, number 37,
Flyhead!
Punch.
Let's go, Shane-O!
Number 37, Shane Canton.
Shane went 0 for last game.
Separation, exactly. 2 more would be nice.
He was 0 for 4 with 1 strikeout and was put out 3 times.
Fly down the third baseline, but it is called foul.
Here we go, Shane. You got it, buddy.
Alyssa, thanks for tuning in. We're just got started. Sean and Rob Dias each scored 2 runs.
Casey Krause put out Shane 3 times last game. Krause is playing the center of the game. A lot of chirping going on between Shane and the Philly Fire as Shane played for the Philly Fire in the World Series.
Oh, foul tip. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Come on, Shane-O. Come on, Shane.
Kind of swung. That pitch was a little bit low by Ron. He needs a better spot. Good adjustment.
Line drive down the left side.
All right to
And it is
Marcus.
caught by Margis.
Better approach by Shane in this game.
Lou!
Lemon!
Still manages to hit it right to somebody.
Lemon!
Lou!
Lemon! Alright.
I don't know what any of this means.
Alright, so 1 away for number 24, Luis Rodriguez.
Randy McAllister, thanks for tuning in. Luis Rodriguez was also 0 for in the last game, going 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
Foul tip.
Nice play by
Hit
Ron.
it!
Fair.
You're on it, Louie.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Swung over that last pitch.
Line drive down the left side. Bounces off Margis.
It was caught. Louis smokes that ball right
Yep.
to John Margis,
Yep.
and bounced off of him, but he managed to corral it and make the play before Louis makes it to the base.
Alright.
Let's go, Dean. Let's go, Dean.
That is so. Down half an inning. Renegades about to head into the defense.
John Margis making all the defensive stops in that last game, in that last inning right there,
Yep.
which is pretty incredible. Okay,
Alright, so here's our starting lineup for
so
Philly Fire.
it's the same lineup as last game, as we have leading off number 17 John Margis, who made all the putouts in the last inning, followed by number 13 Scott Hogwood. Batting third we have number 8 Justin Rhines. Batting fourth we have number 9 Casey Krause. Batting fifth number 11 Marvin Morgan. And batting sixth, number 26, Cesar Lascano. Margis was 1 for 4 in the last game. Struck out twice and scored in the fifth.
John Marge is making his way up to the plate. Anita, thanks for watching. Foul tip for strike one.
It's pretty aggressive cadence right there. We didn't really have that in the last game.
Another foul tip for strike two.
Going kind of quick too.
Yeah. Fly left side of the field. And it is indeed fair. Oh. They called dead ball.
Yeah, he blasted the beep out of that ball for
Yep.
sure. But I mean, if that wasn't a dead ball, that would have been most likely
It
a
was
run.
it was just past the 40-foot arc, so it wasn't fair territory, but it did go dead. So, and I believe the count remains the same. I think they changed that rule recently. It used to be whenever a ball went dead, you got a brand new count, but that's not the case anymore. Swing and a miss for strike three.
A lot of his swing and misses are balls in the dirt, down low. His swing is usually down by his knees, so he's just missing a little bit. Time's called for an ambulance backing up onto the field. Don't know exactly what they're doing. Well, I know they're backing up, but why? Okay. Good.
That's a take.
Pretty disciplined with that take with 3 strikes.
Full count, 3-1.
It's every single at-bat.
And swing and a miss for strike four. John Marges strikes out for the first out of this half inning.
I mean, that's 16 strikeouts.
Yep.
For the Philly Fire in this series so far. Struck out 15 times in the last game and still managed to win. Which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it, because in
I know.
baseball, 6 batters to the plate, multiple guys with multiple strikeouts, and they still managed to win the game. That just says something about defensive play.
Yep. Up next, we have number 13, Scott Hogwood.
And even the offense.
Yep.
The bats in the bottom of the Boston order last game just were not there. They were silent. That kind of puts pressure on your top 3 guys to produce.
Hogwood getting himself ready, taking a few practice swings. Ooh. Not often do they do the take on the very first pitch.
I don't think Hogwood was ready for that. I think he got in the box and it was like a little quick, aggressive cadence right there.
Called time for a helicopter. All right, back in play. Evelyn, thanks for tuning in. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike two.
All these balls have been very low, I have to
Yes.
say. Kind of swinging over it a little bit. And Hogwood with that off-balance swing.
Swing and a miss for strike three.
Very out in front. Almost kind of does a split when he strides to hit the ball, which looks kind of uncomfortable.
Swing and a miss for strike four. That is a strikeout for Scott Hogwood. And the second strikeout, or the second out for this half inning. Up next, we have number 8, Justin Rhines.
Ryan scored a couple times in the last game.
He did.
He scored twice, 2 for 4 with 2 Ks.
Ks means strikeouts. Just foul short for strike one. Went about halfway up the third base line.
Yeah, he kind of got off the end of the bat right there down the third base line. The third base also went off, so he was sprinting in the same direction as Rob Dias was trying to close in on the ball before it was called foul.
Hey Stan, thanks for tuning in. Just a little recap. It is the Renegades lead 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike two. Just got a thumbs up from Stan. Ooh. Line drive down that third base line, but ended up rolling foul.
Monster!
Yeah, that ball was smoked right down the line.
It
but
was.
Same spot.
Yep.
You know, he was just hugging the line like a tightrope, but managed to veer off in the foul territory. But honestly, I think that would have been a run if that stayed in play.
Gotta give it to Rodriguez for going after it, though.
Yes. Louis had a good jump. But Rhines, I think he had a really good line going down to first base. He probably would have scored.
So it's 3 strikes for Rhines. Foul tip. Kind of rolled behind. Foul tip.
Staying alive here. I think he still has a take.
He
Not
does.
gonna lie.
Yep, he still has a take. Oh,
Putting
fuck,
together a
he-
great at-bat.
Hey,
Getting a
he's all
piece
over
of it.
Guys, be ready.
Can't quite seem to get it to go anywhere, though. And that is swing and a miss for strike 4, which ends the first inning, and the Renegades are back up to bat.
That makes 18 Ks
Yep.
in this game as the Philly
Rene-
Fire goes down 1-2-3 in
Yep.
strikeout.
Renegades still lead 2-0.
Time limit, boys. Time limit. Time limit. Peace.
Let's see. We are
Top of the
we're
second.
starting at the bottom of the order with number 27, Luis Soto. And we have Peter jumping in as pitcher with Tegan warming him up. Those who don't know, Tegan is Hunter's twin brother.
Yes, indeed.
Which one of you is older, though?
I am.
Are you? By how many? How
1
much?
minute.
Wow.
Yes.
Huh.
1 minute. I hold it over him that I'm the older brother, but he always says we're the same age. And I'm telling him we're not. Because I'm older. And he gets mad whenever I hold it against him. Yes. He doesn't like it when I say that I'm the older twin. Or the older brother.
6-1-2 going on.
Tegan is also the third string pitcher for the Renegades. You
Yes.
may or may not see him depending on the score.
Yeah, he's been working really hard trying to learn how to pitch. He's been doing a pretty good job, but pitching is not an easy position, especially in beat ball. Never mind a regular baseball.
Absolutely. You got to hit your spots. You have to have good cadence. Consistent cadence, too.
All right.
Let's go, Soto.
Foul, short fly, and falling foul.
Soto's definitely right on it. He's been making great contact all day. It's just he hasn't been making runs successfully as he's been put out quite a few times. He went 0 for 3 with you and was put out 3 times. He didn't strike out, which was good.
Yeah.
And he was making
Put the
good
ball
contact.
into play every single time. Nice fly down the first baseline, but it ends up going foul.
Let's go, Soto. Got him, Peter.
Soto's swing looks pretty consistent, and Peter's hitting his spot. And credit to Peter by putting it where Soto's happy zone. And Soto's hitting it hard. He's hitting hard line drives. It's just either foul or right at people. It just is what it is sometimes. That's just beat ball.
Swing and a miss, first strike 3.
What do you say, senor?
Swing and miss, first strike 4. So that is first out of the second inning.
Yeah, that pitch was just a little bit too high, and Soto couldn't.
Back.
Oh my God, that was like the longest. I feel like that was the longest one of the day. So
Yep.
As gross
thing
as
is,
you might pass out just by saying it for so
No
long.
one knows when to stop. Someone just eventually stops, and we all do like, no, we can't. So you probably figured out. Back at the top of the order with Joe McCormick. Ooh, line drive down the left side of the field. Margis loses it. Manages to find it.
It was a great play.
Great
by
play.
Margis over there. I mean, Joe Mack crushes this ball right
That
at
was a
him.
fantastic hit,
And kind of bounces off Margis a little bit, and then he manages to corral it for the out, for the second out of the inning. That's twice that he's put him out, as Margis has been making all the plays out in the field.
but up next, my husband, number 53, Sean Devenish. Sean scored one of the first runs for the Renegades in this game. Sarah Connolly, thanks for tuning in. Weak down the middle. And Casey managed to get a hold of it.
Casey Krause
And
making the play.
That ends, I believe that ends the inning.
Score
So,
that play in 9.
yep. So, no score change, but the Renegades managed to stay in the lead, 2-0. Hopefully they can keep that way in the defense.
Nice hit.
Again, this team is very strong defensively, so
Yeah, definitely.
both teams are.
I mean, Krause made that play look very easy. That was the third out.
That was third. You gotta get out there. I'll take care of those.
So, yeah, I mean, it was a weak grounder up the middle. Kraus made that look like a routine play, moving just in front of him to make the play, to make the third out of the inning. As the Philadelphia Fire are coming up on offense, looking to score a few runs to tie the game. As we have a 2-0 lead for the Renegades. Philly Fire went down on strikes 3 times. 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. Going to the bottom of the second. So here's Casey Kraus for his first step out of the game. He was 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. No problem, Chia. I got you.
Foul tip for strike 1.
You cold, Gina?
A little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah, I have one of those Beast of the East shirts underneath my jersey, but it's helping a little bit.
Ooh, another foul tip for strike 2.
He's right on it, just a little bit early.
Yep.
He's putting it where the pitch is where it needs to be.
Swing and miss for strike 3. He was doing a lot of foul tips in his last at bat as well.
Yeah, making some contact, but again, striking out a lot in these games.
They're just ripping through this cadence. They're like just bing, bang, boom.
They're trying to, because we got a time limit here.
Yeah, we do. We're trying to make this go fast. There's a take. Full count. Just not wasting any time here. Swing and a miss. First strike 4.
4 straight Ks to open up the game for the Philly Fire.
Up next, Marvin Morgan, number 11. Marvin had a pretty successful last game.
Yeah, he went 1 for 4 with 2 Ks.
Yeah, made a decent put out.
Ended up scoring the Philly Fire winning run in the top of the 6th inning.
Yes.
It was a hard ground ball to the right side. It was actually a very close play, closer than it needed to be. Morgan ended up missing the base, but it got by both defenders on the right side of the field and managed to score the go-ahead run, which ended up winning them the game.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Marvin Morgan hoping to avoid a 5th straight strikeout for the Philly Fire.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ooh, fly ball to the left side of the field. Dias going after it. And managed to make the put out. Nice job, Rob Dias, and nice job, Louis Rodriguez, for backing him up.
Kind of a little panic going on in the field right now. It was pop up to the left side, right to Dias, and Dias was kind of struggling a little bit to corral the ball as Luis Rodriguez kind of comes in behind him to back him up, but Dias manages to recover and make the stop for the second out of the inning.
All right. And now we've reached the bottom of the order with number 26, Cesar Lascano. Cesar had really struggled in
He gave
the
him a
last
golden
game.
sombrero with 4 strikeouts. Mr. Daredevil up there at the plate.
Yeah, he's got a very interesting blindfold. It kind of looks like a Daredevil mask with the red and the
for you Marvel fans out there.
white, white eyes. Ooh. Foul tip for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
He's been really struggling right now
Yes, he has.
today in terms of making contact. He hasn't touched the ball.
Take
Well,
a
he hasn't really
practice
put it in
swing.
play.
He hasn't put it in play once. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
I'm not entirely sure if it's more of the pitcher not being able to find the spot or him just being too
There's a
jumpy at
take.
the plate.
Full count. 3-1. And swing and a miss. Strike 3, that ends the inning. Renegades coming back on offense. So just to recap, it is the top of the third? Yes, top of the third. Renegades still lead 2-0.
Go!
Need more runs.
Yep.
Two's definitely not enough against this team. Definitely not enough.
So we're going back
Get
to
up!
middle of the order.
Okay.
So we have number 18, Rob Dias. Rob scored one of the 2 runs in the first inning for the Renegades. After that, we'll have number 37, Shane Canton, followed by number 24, Louis Rodriguez, and followed by pinch hitter number 40, Christopher Kimball, who is one of our rookies. We're on a time crunch here, so we're really trying to move this game along as quick as we can, trying to switch out as much as, as fast as possible.
Yeah, just saying hi. It's the quick hit and bye. But it's still long enough. Still shoulder.
Dias really showing out in today's games against Philly. As he scored 2 runs in the last game and a third in his first at-bat in the first.
High fly
Foul.
down the third baseline, but it ends up going foul.
I mean, that ball traveled 100 feet right to the base,
Yep.
landed right to the right of it, third base. It's a good swing, just a little early and foul.
What's the score?
2-0 is the score.
Top of third.
Thank you. Attaboy, guys. With a veteran move right there, guys. Yeah, it's loud. Just wait.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
You're on it! You're on it, RD!
Bobby died.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Got this, Rob.
Sometimes those swings kind of get to you. You hit a ball well, and then it goes foul, and that kind of gets to you into your head a little bit. Hopefully he can readjust and put a ball in play here and not strike out.
Swing and a miss for strike 4. So
It's all right, Ty, it's all right, Ty.
strike out for the first out of the inning. Up next, number 37, Shane Canton.
Shane was put out by John Margis on the left side of the
Punch!
field, who is the third baseman for the Philly Fire. He's made 4 putouts so far. He's kind of had Shane's number in this game.
Yeah.
So I believe he was put out by... No, it was Kraus in the last game. Now it's gonna be now it's Margis in this game.
Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Shane's always a character up there for sure.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Just missed that. Ron, that ball was a little bit low by Ron, but it was a good general spot.
Foul back for strike 3.
He's right on it. Right on it. Ron is really good at adjusting to hitter swings in terms of cadence, location.
Swing and a miss for strike 4 for the second out of the inning. Up next, we have 24, Luis Rodriguez.
Lululemon?
Yep. Lulu!
Lemon!
Lulu!
Lemon!
Lulu!
Lemon!
Is this gonna be a thing with every single player where they just like the chant gets longer and longer and longer every single
Rob's
at-bat?
like just walking away, just like, this is ridiculous. Ooh,
Luis
line
smokes
drive
it.
down third baseline, and unfortunately it rolls foul.
That was a hard hit ball.
It
down
was
the
very
left
hard
field line.
hit.
Little Ronnie Cochran!
Woo! Woo! Woo!
It was a hard hit ball, you know, just a little out in front. If he wasn't as early, he probably would have smoked that ball down the line and made a run out of it. It's 2-0 our score. No runs since the first inning.
Swing and a
Happy
miss for
Thaxton,
strike
thanks
2.
for tuning in. Long pause from Louie here.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Let's try to avoid Ron striking out the side here.
Swing and a miss for strike 4. That ends the inning.
3 straight Ks.
Go, D!
Renegades heading back into the defense. We are halfway through this game.
Go, D, let's go!
As I mentioned, we were on a time crunch, so we were trying to
D,
get moving as fast as possible.
The Philly Fire in this game, they've gone 1-2-3, 1-2-3, so hopefully that trend keeps going. But, you know, hopefully we could see a little bit more offense out of the Renegades in the next inning. Kind of like a little offensive struggle here. I mean, a lot of strikeouts, a few putouts, not a lot of runs. Only 2 so far, 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third. With the top of the lineup for the Philly Fire coming to the plate in John Margis, Scott Hogwood, and Justin Rhines. All 3 K'd in the first inning.
Feeder.
Let me sit down for a little bit. The Boston defense has Guy Zuccarello playing right shorty, Rob Dias playing left shorty, Luis Rodriguez playing third base, Shane Canton playing rover, Sean Devenish in midfield, and Joe McCormick playing first base. As Margis requests a base check, first base now third. And the first base is swung on and missed for strike 1. It was a ball right in the dirt. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Missing a little bit low. Marge swings around his knees. Pitch was around his ankles. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. Very off-balance swing there by Margis. 3 strikes. And Margis fouls it off down on the first base line. And that'll play. Seems like it's getting chillier and chillier out here with this breeze. Very cloudy day. And the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 4, as that ball was not even close to being a strike. As Margis K's for the second time in the game. And that makes 6 strikeouts for the Philly Fire so far in this game. And 21 total Ks in the series. Now batting is Scott Hogwood, who also struck out in the first inning. And the first pitch to Hogwood swung on and missed for strike 1. As another ball in dirt. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Hogwood was, I wouldn't say very late, but late on that swing. Ball was pretty much almost past him when he swung the bat. And the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. I think this rushed cadence is the reason why they're so late on the ball right now, as there is a time limit to how long we can go. And the next pitch is taken. Can only go until 5:30 because of players' rides and whatnot. And the next pitch is fouled off the right side, right to me. Because I made a little play there myself. You know, fielding a ground ball. Not with a blindfold. I could see that ball, for sure. That would have been more impressive if I had one on. I should be also pretty impressive if I was just doing this with a blindfold on. Be like, what the heck am I talking about here? And the next pitch is sky to left field. Shallow, Dice is moving in, and Hogwood scores. The Philly Fire are now on the board. As Scott Hogwood
Let's go, defense!
scores the Philly Fire's first run of the ball game in the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 your score now, Boston.
Next play, next play! Control what you can control! Heads up!
Now we have Justin Rhines, who struck out in the first inning with 1 away in the bottom of the third. There's only been 1 putout so far on the field, as Ryan swings through it for strike 1, and that putout belongs to Rob Dias. The rest of the outs have been strikeouts. And the 0-1 pitch is fly to shallow left field. Rob Dias moving in on it. It's going to be a close play. And the call is safe. Philly Fire scored 2 straight runs to tie up the ball game.
It's all right, Dice. Shake it off. Next play.
Pretty delayed call there by the umpire.
Let's
go, guys.
Rhines has got some speed. You know, him putting it up in the air like that gave him a lot of time to get down the line to third base. As Casey Krause steps into the box, struck out in the second inning. as we now have a tie game, 2-2. And the first pitch to Kraus is swung on a miss for strike one. And the 0-1 pitch, grounded hard down the right field line. McCormick going on it, and it gets past him. And Kraus scores. Philly Fire take the lead with 3 straight runs in the bottom of third. Ball went right past McCormick as he overruns it just a little bit. One away in the bottom of the third for Marvin Morgan. Looking to keep the train moving. Marvin Morgan scoring the winning run in the last game against the Renegades in the top of the 6th inning. The Renegades could not rally back to walk it off, ending up losing to 6-5, and are now finding themselves down 3-2. First pitch to Morgan is swung on and missed as that ball was in the dirt. And the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Morgan was extremely late on that pitch, as we have 2 strikes on Marvin Morgan. 3-2 is your score in the bottom of the third in favor of Philadelphia, as the next pitch is swung on and missed for 0-3. Very late on that swing. Oh-3 to Morgan is taken. We got a full count here with 1 gone in the bottom of the third. 3 home. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed, and Morgan goes down on strikes for 2 outs. Still only 1 put out in the game for the Renegades. Every other out has been strikeouts. As Cesar Lizcano steps to the plate and has not put the ball in play yet, as he has struck out now 5 times in these 2 games so far. Three home, 2 gone in the bottom of the third. And the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Lizcano is the only player for the Philly Fire to not score a run in the last game as well, as he finally puts a ball in play, as it is right to Zuccarello, and he makes the play.
Hey, Zook!
That makes it 3 outs, but Philly Fire take the lead, 3 runs to 2 in the bottom of the third, going to the top of the 4th.
Let's go, Bats. Wake up, Bats. Let's do it. Rookie be quick.
Rookie be nimble.
Rookie be name.
Christopher Kimball.
All right, you heard it here. Christopher Kimball, the Renegades rookie, will be pinch hitting for Luis Soto in the top of the 4th inning. Renegades down 1, having not scored since the first, when Sean Devenish and Rob Dias scored back-to-back. Bats have gone silent in this game. Renegades struggling a little bit as they've been hitting a lot of those balls that they've been putting in play to Philly Fire defenders. Deb Brummer, you put it pretty much right to the point. Runs. That's what the Renegades need right now, is runs. "26 minutes to go in the first leg of the Beast of the East. And the first pitch to Kimball. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Kimball sprinting to third base. Kraus is on it and makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Nice job, Kimball!
All right, we're back to the top of the order with number 46, Joe McCormick. Joe's
That was a very solid, 6 seconds of just, chant right there. I'm impressed.
Oh, McIntyre.
Joe Mack is 0 for 2. He's put out twice by Marge. As the first pitch is swung on and foul tipped for strike 1. By John Marginist, he was put out twice in the first and second inning. This is his third at-bat of the game. And the 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. Mack has put some pretty good swings on the ball, but has failed to score. Renegades are down 1. 3-2 is the score. And the 0-2 pitch, swung on, foul tipped. Kind of jammed him a little bit. And the ball had a lot of backspin on it.
Let's go, Mac.
Probably only went 10 feet down the first base line before going foul.
Let's go, Mac. Let's go, Mac. Let's go, Mac.
McCormick gathering himself. And the 0-2 pitch is taken. They call that a veteran move on the Renegades bench. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Oh, that was strike 4.
Well, I'm in the hole.
Somebody call 911!
Johnny fire burning on the base path. Whoa! Let's go, Johnny.
You guys should do that chant in slow motion, so it's kind of like the previous, ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you guys should. As Devonish gets his base check, looking to tie the game for the Renegades in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch from Ron to Sean is grounded up the middle. Cross moving to his right, gets past him, gets by another defender, and runs here. As Devonish ties the game for the Renegades. Tie game 3-3 in the top of the 4th.
Run, baby!
As Sean scores his second run of the game. Two outs in the inning. Linda called that one. Sean scoring a run. Good call. As Rob Dice comes to the plate. 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Struck out back in the 3rd. Scored in the 1st. And the first pitch to Dice is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Can I get up? Hell yeah!
As that seemed like a pretty good spot by Ron. Just missed it. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Guy sprinting to third. Margis is on it. And just safe on the play. Bang, bang play over at third base. But the Renegades managed to take the lead. As Dias scores his second run of the game, making it a 4-3 lead, Renegades.
What's the updated score line?
4-3.
4-3. Nice. Like that.
Very, very close play on that last one.
Like that. 2 runs back. Nice.
Let's see if Shane can keep the train moving along here, as he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the third. And the first pitch to Shane from Ron is fouled back. Nice catch by Rob Weissman back there for strike one. And the 0-1 pitch is Q-tipped down the third base line, foul.
There.
2 strikes on Shane. And the pitch is grounded weakly to the left side. Kraus and Margis both on it. It gets past Kraus, and Shane scores. Five to 3 Renegades.
Little Ronnie Cochran!
Gotta give your pitcher some love. Yeah. Yes. Actually, that's not true because Mac struck out. Mac. Yeah. Almost everybody. Yeah. Where's the long chant here? What happened to that?
We had time.
Oh, I guess.
Yes, please.
Louis looking to score a run in this game as he was 0 for last game, and he's 0 for 2 in this game with a strikeout. As he grounds it weakly up the middle. Rodriguez running to first base. Kraus is on it and makes the play.
Oh, what's the score? Let's go, D! Wait, that's 3 outs?
That is 3 outs.
Good inning. Go, D!
Renegades come from behind, scoring 3 in the top of the fourth. Score is 5 to 3 Renegades going to the bottom half.
Blindfolds on.
The Philly Fire scored 3 in the bottom of the third, and the Renegades responded with 3 runs in the top of the fourth, which is a great way to respond right there. Getting those runs back.
Hunter, what's the score?
It is 5 to 3.
Thank you.
5-3 score line. Nice.
Yes.
Nice. That's how we
Renegades
like
are
it.
in front. So
Keep it
let's hope it keeps it that way. So
Yeah. Keep
You
the
know.
separation.
these guys have been striking
Shut 'em
out
down
a
here.
boatload. So
Yeah.
who knows? And they're going pretty
Hopefully-
fast.
The
hopefully
hitting's
we can shut
picking
'em
up,
down.
though.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully this is a good half an inning.
Because we're running short on time. We only have 15 minutes left. So
What? It's a. Oh, there's a.
yeah, because we're supposed to end at 5:30. Rides and stuff. Well, that's what they said.
That's the.
So yeah,
I think they have to leave by 5:30.
yeah. Like these guys have to leave by 5:30.
Defense,
Yeah.
3
Like
up,
a
3
6
down.
hour drive.
Bus or something.
Yeah. They'll be home by midnight. Hopefully. All right, send them home nicely.
So we're back to the top of the order in the bottom of the fourth in John Marginis, who has struck out twice in the first and the third. Depending on how long this inning goes, this might be the last inning of the game. So there could be a potential walk-off here. As Marges gets his base check. And the first pitch is grounded hard to the right side, right at Zuccarello, gets past Zuccarello. McCormick is on it and makes the play.
Yeah!
Score that play of 46.
That's a big time play.
Big time play by Joe McCormick there.
Snake tipped over.
One gone in the bottom of the fourth.
Right.
So where's Joe Mack play? Is he first?
Following that play, Scott Hogwood steps into the box. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout, scoring in the third and striking out in the first. Looking to shorten the deficit here by scoring a run. As a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the fourth. And the first pitch is lined to deep left field. Past all 3 defenders. Shane is on it. And he's safe. It got past Dias. It got past Luis Rodriguez, and it got past Joe Mack. And Shane Canton almost managed to recover the ball. But Hogwood scores to make it a 1-run game. It was a very hard hit ball to left center. More towards left field, actually. Hogwood running to third base. It was close play, but ultimately ended up in Philly's favor. Now stepping to the plate is Justin Rhines, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And a run scored in the third as he swings through it for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss for strike 2. Two strikes on Rhines. And the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And the 0-3 pitch swung on and missed. And Rhines goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning.
2-1.
Lisa, the score is 5-4 Renegades in the bottom of the fourth. Scott Hogwood scored the 4th run for the Philly Fire.
Shave back.
And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Casey Krause for strike 1. That pitch was not even remotely close. And the next pitch is a better pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Kind of late on that swing. And the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Pitch was a little low, lower than it should have been, as we have a 5-4 score as Krause puts it in play, right side, gets by Dias, and Krause will be out as Luis Rodriguez makes the play. Bang, bang, play. Score that play, a 24. Very, very close play. As Luis Rodriguez manages to pick up the ball just before Kraus touches the bag.
We're in a tie? Oh, we won? Oh, cool.
And because of the time limit, shortened game, the Renegades have won the game. From the looks of it.
Hey, nice put out, Louis. Nice put out, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Is it Kimball?
Not entirely sure if they won or not. There's still 10 minutes left before everyone needs to leave.
And they still have to pack all their stuff too. Like,
So I'm not entirely sure what the call of the game is going to be yet. But if the game is called, then the Renegades would be the victors, and they would split the series. But from the looks of it, the Philly Fire are taking off their jerseys, and the Renegades have won the game. The Renegades win by a score of 5-4 after losing their first game to the Philly Fire 6-5. So good bounce back win, even though it was a shortened game due to time restraints, and the Philly Fire have a 6-hour drive home. So hopefully they get home safely. The Renegades finish the first leg of the Beast to the East with a record of 3-1. And we will see you in the second leg in Philly. Thanks for watching and tuning in. And goodbye for now.